Great Biafrans, lovers of freedom, seekers of justice all over the world, I greet you all. Today I have come to talk to some of our coastal brothers. Initially, when I received the message from Asari Dokubo and his recent display of childishness and negative traits of extreme, recently I were not initially perturbed. I was not really concerned. But at the point, after so much reflection and so much pondering over the issue, over his threats and recent negativity in his behavioral attitude, I reflected over it and I deemed it prudent for me to use this avenue to talk to our coastal brothers. Please, I want to talk to us. Biafra is not just evil. My address will be going to my very respected brothers, particularly government, Tom Polo, and all those who believe in his cause. Some of you who are real coastal agitators, we respect you so much. Someone like Your Royal Majesty Ateke Tom, Ugugi, I respect you. I respect your person. I respect your office as a traditional ruler. Today I have come to pay homage from a distance. Tom Polo, you are my senior brother, you are our senior brother. And you have, from my own lenses, I have seen you as a man who stood strong to defend your people and stop, if not stop, at least reduce the marginalization, the maltreatment from the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria. And you have done this in the best of your ability over the years. Asari Dokubo was once in this until I don't know what came over him. He began to a negative track or path. Please, my senior brothers, beyond just you, Tom Polo, and His Majesty Ateke Tom, all of you, our brothers in the creek, what we are fighting is our freedom. There have been so much dust raised by the political elite to divide us in continuation with the British or the white man divide and rule policy or tendency. They have tried so much to keep this bad strand going. We no go fit continue to do this. To us who are above 30s, 40s, we are no more kids. We have witnessed it all. We have remained beggars in our own land, even when we are the ones that actually feed the rest of the country. We are treated so dishonorably We are treated with so much disdain. Then they treat us like say we no mean anything. Imagine that. Look at our brother Asari Dokubo. How you knew him well when he started. Can you believe now that Asari is the one acting like this? Why? The reason is so simple. That Britain have imposed rulers over us from the little people of very inconsequential population, the Fulani. So Asari have no option than to continue to go into take from his vomit. Asari is doing this, to him is to survive. Asari is not doing this because this is what in his life he planned to do. But Asari found out that for him to keep the pace, to keep his relevance, to keep enjoying the standard of living he has tested, he can't just go back to to eat from the dust. He has tested good life. For him to sustain it, he need to go and be a stooge to the caliphate, the same people he have condemned over the years. Because the rulership, the leadership, the piloting of the ship of Nigerian state have been surrendered to the hand of this same Fulani. Thus, they decide what to do with you. And our people from the Igbo part of Biafra, who have been so clanny for so many years, believe that yes, God has blessed them to be robust, to be great in business, in commerce, so they can always survive. But you always surviving, they forgot that always surviving will be at the mercy of those who are in charge of power. When you are in charge of power, you detect what happens to the economy. Yes, economy and power go hand in hand, pari passu, but then authority, power is the senior. It takes man in power, just a declaration, and all that business you have been upholding for 50, 100 years will crash. A little policy. Therefore, our brothers in the coast, I have come to preach a sermon that our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has always preached. And I'm going to play his voice here. The divide and rule tendency of the white man, which the Fulani have extended, have continued. But by extension, this British, this Portuguese, these Americans, this white, this West, their influence is still great, that we can say Nigeria have no political independence. Neither have we an economic independence. Because do you believe that till today we cannot account for what oil that is lifted from our coast? We can't account for the number of, because it is like that, because a lot of our Nigerian comprador bourgeoisies are benefiting from it, and the West are utilizing our foolishness. So I tell you that it is time for us to begin to reflect on the words of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are our leader. Don't think that when we say our leader Nnamdi Kanu is because from this aspect of this struggle, there will always be one person who is in the forefront. And you all are leaders from your own angles of the leadership. There is no one who is sincere about this pursuance of our freedom that will say he is wise, neglecting your relevance. Tom Polo, government, Ateke Tom, you are too important in our freedom, and it is a good time for you to begin to reflect on this whole movement, this whole agenda. What is this plan? You begin to request for the blueprint of this Biafran agitation and movement. What is it all about? Request for the blueprint. Go through it. Bring your PAs. All of you, you have your PAs. Bring your PAs. Go through it. If there are places you need to ask questions, you ask questions. If there are places you feel that those who have been running it over the years it is almost, from my view of it, God has allowed all of you who are really influential in agitation in this part, in our Biafran parts of the state, to be relevant. God has placed you in those positions. Yours as a militant, as ex-militant, you are all agitators, because you are all asking for the common good of your people. Unless for Asari, who has compromised. But it is also not late. Someone, if Tompolo, Tompolo decides to bring Asari to his senses back, you can do that. If you Ateke Tom, your Majesty, decides to, if you reflect, if you think, if you buy the idea of this agitation, because I know when you go through it, you will know the new state we are asking for is a state that will make center weak. All of us will enjoy the good things that God has endowed us with respectively, and we will have to bring to the center a particular percentage of our whatever is appropriated from this, our individual economies. The blueprint of the Biafran state is so wonderful. No one is going to be a stooge to each other or to serve or to lick the asses of his brother. What we are asking is you, who is in the prime, who have risen to a position of importance, relevance in your society, respective areas. Those in a job, there are a lot of you who have really become prominent in this agitation, the militancy or whatever they call it. You are demanding for the common good of your people, unless for those who have diverted it to chasing selfish interest, like Asari is currently doing. And I am still telling you, it is still your responsibility, because when Asari hear your voice, he will listen. Call him to order. We must not allow anyone to keep selling us out. Asari now being a stooge to the caliphate, what does it benefit him? Those boys that he is training and using to commit havoc, how is that a plus to him and to our respective communities? Waiting with the talk here. We are just one people and have always been. Okay, I will come back. Listen to what our leader Mazen Namdekano said. This man respects all of us. He respects you, he respects Ateke, he respects all of us. But we must, and as we speak now, imagine how court have ruled for his release, given that everything he has done is in order before the eyes of law. Even the law of the same normally in the eyes of law, you are not supposed to advocate over a case you are involved, because you are a party in the case. But this time we allowed them to defy the case of Nemo Judas in Kashishwa. It's a legal equity maxim. We are allowing them to even be the judge in their own case, and the same their own court have said this man is free. Everything he has done he is not found wanting in any way. It is his right to say, I want my people to go. If you feel I am not right, conduct a referendum. Let my people decide for themselves. This is a civil demand. Listen to how these people have divided us all along, and we are advocating. We are pleading with you not to allow this division to continue. We need to come together and strike once. And we will have. How come we cannot, till today we are buying toothpick? Till today we cannot boast of producing arms. I am going to watch this video because I will give us a lot of videos, because some African states are waking up. South African leaders. Only in Nigeria we have people who are daft, who are blind to the core, to the marrows. None of these our leaders is speaking like the president of Kenya, Williams. Nobody like Ruto. No, look at this man contesting for South African president. All of these people, they have come to the realization that the West hate us. The West mean no good for us. It is only Nigeria that none of your leaders is including Peter Obio. Don't even think I am exempting him. No, he is not thinking out of the box. Peter Obi still believe that he will work with the West. He will work with this one. He will work with this one, and that's how he will make Nigeria work. Imagine they are still telling you, that they will remove oil subsidy. They are still telling you they will remove subsidy so that they will do this, they will do that. They are not telling you that it is a taboo for them to talk about this, not telling you that within the first 6 months of their regimes, their administrations, any of them who contested, Ateke, Peter Obi, whoever it is, they're not telling you that 6 months is enough for them to fix the 4 refineries. They're not telling you they can even fix one. They are happy to announce to you that one person, Dangote, fix. Let me not deviate. Listen to what Nnamdi Kanu is telling us about this division, divide and rule. Listen to him.
That came into Nigeria. Before they came, every indigenous community were living peacefully. Nobody knew who was a minority or who was a majority, especially in the east, in Biafra land where we come from. The Igbo people never attempted to conquer the Ibibio people because they recognize that they are one, the same blood, the same family. Instead, in Bende, where I come from, we had to go and borrow, no, I wouldn't say borrow, we brought in an culture, who is Okonko and Ebe. And I think in Arochukwu we even have Ekan in Arochukwu as well. These are the things that I want people to pay very close attention to appreciate the enormity of the disaster confronting each and every one of us. The enormity of the disaster confronting each and every one of us. Because we are live and direct and the whole world is listening. The world is listening. We are live and we are direct. Do you know that these people came? Fulanis took over the north. Britain took over the south. Lugard continued to march to the north. When Lugard met them in the north, this is something that people do not know. Lugard decided to introduce indirect rule. Do you know how and why Lugard introduced indirect rule? Because the reason why some of you, I was fascinated. I've been doing this research for years. I finished it today. I kept asking myself, why was it possible that Britain came with the Bible, told us about the love of Jesus Christ, but preferred to work with Muslims, killing Christians? I never understood it until it struck me. It was Lugard, the people that taught Lugard how to, should I say, conduct indirect rule are the Fulani people. Because the reason why Britain respects Fulani people, I wouldn't say respect, I would say admire them, is this. The Fulani people were fewer in number, but they were controlling the whole of the north. That included the Hausa people, the Gwari people, the Bachama people, the Birom people, the TV, everybody's there. So Lugard kept wondering, how is it possible that a handful of people with cattle, not that they were educated, no, a handful of people with cattle, how was it possible that these people could dominate and subjugate all these large swathes of land? Then the answer came in the form of indirect rule. It was Fulani people that started indirect rule. When the Fulanis come, all they need to do is to install their emir or their basically their emir or Sariki. No, Sariki I think is Hausa. Install their emir. Despite the fact that in a village or in a city in the north, in Hausa lands in those days, you will only find one Fulani emir and his council of about maybe 10 or a dozen Fulani people with their wives and their children, you will see them controlling millions of Hausa people. And there was no problem. Britain now said, okay, it is now possible for me to be, as one DC, the district commissioner at the top, I now go and appoint warrant chiefs to be reporting to me. That was why it became possible to rule Black Africa, especially West Africa, with very few white men. Indirect rule, they called it. The first people to bring in indirect rule was Fulani Janjaweed. Because you have one Fulani man as the emir controlling millions.
So, the government himself, Tompolo, please, it is this divide and rule, this indirect rule that they have been using against us all this long. I want to remind you because I know you know about it already. Your Royal Majesty, Ateke Tom, there are a lot of your brothers, our brothers, who are also tall, prominent in agitation for the well-being of our people. The peanut that the Fulani, the Nigerian government actors, will drop with our brothers to leave millions of us impoverished. How is that doing good to us? We need to begin to think. If there is any aspect of this our Biafran arrangement or government plan that you are not comfortable with, call some of us whom you have access to. Then you get access to our leaders, Simon Ekpa, or anyone you are comfortable with. You iron out a lot of this. You iron out any of this. Any part of the Biafran new government plan that you feel is not okay, or you feel that at the long run will still not favor some part of us, touch them. Do you believe, while we are talking about this divide and rule, I am not asking, because let me just remind you that our brother Asari Dokubo, he was even equally in the forefront of this Biafran agitation. So what changed? What changed? That same Biafran agitation, the Biafran new state, where he said the hope, the destiny, the tomorrow of his children lies. The only hope, according to the way he was expressing it, lies. How come he just changed towards this same Biafra overnight? Divide and rule. Divide and rule. Someone in the political class will chip in one thing, and coupled with the fact that the government have carried out policies to suffocate economically our people, which affected some of us, including some of the agitators too, like Asari. Maybe in one way or the other he's no more living large like he was once living. And they use these things. The thing you own and somebody is giving you a little part of it, makes sense. They get their own pot of soup, you get your own pot of soup, and they are telling you, they are now the ones who will now bring some of your brothers to connive with them to deny you your own pot of soup. Now they will be the one to scoop from that same pot of soup, the one that your own mother cooked, the one that their own mother cooked. They have it all, enjoying it fullness. That is why they will sell cattle to you, they sell nama to you. That is why they will sell onion to you, they sell beans to you, they sell everything that comes. They are gold. They are just engineering terror. There, over there in Sambisa, over there in Zamfara, over there in the northwest and northeast. Those natural minerals there, they are gold, they are zinc, all those things they are generating from there. They are enjoying it alone. They tense up the atmosphere. They created insecurity so that they will be lifting this thing without accounting to the national coffers. and your own. They still come to thief your own, and the little that is remitted to the national coffers, they still decide on how to go about it. Till today, as big as Sir Edwin Clark is, he doesn't even have any share in any oil well. No oil block. No, we're not even going to the block. So the oil fields are, when you hear this one will be posting, they say, hey, this one is up, this one is, they will just, this, our people who are boasting, who are widening influence here, they're only eating from the crumb that fell off the mouth of the caliphate. And you are not disturbed, brother. You're a senior brother now, you need to understand this past me. How long are we going to endure this? How long are we going to endure this? We have our children, those in power, because they are the Fulani that decide who. Can you imagine that Akpabio will have to go and kneel down and even wash plate to the kingmakers in the northeast, in the northwest, for him to be accepted as a Senate president, who is not even the one that influences the economy and the well-being of the state of Nigeria. He is just a Senate president. He is ordinary senator. I don't know why they aloof that, because I know our people like Godswill Tamuni, they put so much importance in those inconsequential positions. When you're talking about Senate president, he is just a senator. He is just a senator. Can't we get this? Akpabio is just a senator elected just like the same way the same way they are elected. The same way that guy, that young Okada rider who is favored now in Niger State, the same way he is elected is the way Akpabio is elected by his people. If even at all, if elected at all. Then it is just amongst them that Akpabio is a Senate president. It is just among the senators, okay, let this one be our voice. He's just a senator. So what is so important about it that Godswill Tamuni has been, the way he is doing everything, selling out his people, allowing mayhem of all kind to please the caliphate, and today his hope is dashed. And he's crying. And you told P2B to leave. I never supported P2B. I cannot support him because I know there is no hope for us in Nigeria. P2B, they are the people who are also betraying us. But I'm talking about when we are talking about who is going for something that can be a position that is influential, that can influence the living standard of Nigerians, if we are saying we are to be part of Nigeria. The presidency that P2B is going is what Godswill Tamuni told him to leave. Abandon the presidency so that Godswill Tamuni, will enjoy his own local. Can you see how foolish our political elites are? You can see how foolish they are. And these are the people who are instigating you against your brothers, who want you to be free from this kind of age-long oppression, subjugation. It is Godswill Tamuni and his likes in your own part. It is Akpabio and his likes from your own part. It is these people. Look at them all. You call them their politicians and you're following them. You are ready to even to die for them, because they paint a picture of the more you look, the less you see. But I am not annoyed, I'm not angry with the youths. All those ones now, everything is moving, you know. They are too useful. They are, because they have not really understood the nitty-gritty of what we are crying about. You cooked your own pot of soup. He cooked his own pot of soup in Zamfara, in Katsina, and you cooked your own pot of soup in Akwa Ibom, in River State, in Cross River State, in Abia State, and this person is saying He's not just saying. He is coming to be in charge. He is not coming to, he's in charge of dishing out your own soup. He dish his own soup alone. He dish your own soup for you and tells you how much when you have overfed, when you are taking too much. In fact, from your own soup, he takes almost 80%. And you struggle and kill yourselves amongst yourself. And you want to remain in such a brother. It no make sense now. Now old we they grow like this. We are not growing old. We are actually old. 40s. At 40s. At 40s. 50s. We are still allowing them to divide us. I am particular to us in the creek, not just in the creek, us agitating from the Niger Delta area. Asari Dokubo, look at what Asari Dokubo, this is Asari, look at him. Just listen to him. Listen to him.
The only solution, the only guarantee for our future, the future of my children, the future of their children, the future of generation unborn is Biafra. If you are not in support of Biafra, you are the traitor. You are a traitor. You are a traitor. And the people, the generation that are coming, they will tell you if you are alive. They will spit on your face. They will urinate and defecate on their grave for betraying them. You come to talk, you are afraid, you are liver, you are a coward, you don't want to stand up and fight, you want to remain where you are. I will not remain with you. Biafran army, the military of Biafra will be the core foundation of the Biafran people. Our military, they said, if you want peace, prepare for war. Their cattle are everywhere in our communities. They want to build ranches on our land for their people. Every law must be made for them. Recently, camp, they put cut-off back at 1/8 over 400. It's not enough. They brought it down to 100 and 120. So that they will behind, they will make the law to suit
you are hearing him
and get their people into the university. Every law must be for their interest. What is your interest? The people who get quick notice and people say they are not going, when they kill you, you will be in their grave.
You heard him all. You heard him all. Good. Now you will see the same Asari today. After meetings with Hope Uzodimba, after meetings with Tinubu, after meetings with what do you call him, Alaji, what do you call it? After he had met with all these people, he just changed. He's taking a battle with the same people he say are my brothers and I wish a better life for them. He just turned overnight. Now listen to Asari today. This is Asari today.
You take your leprosy hand to write. You don't have respect for the people who bought your father. Is it every Calabar man that is a Calabar man? Do you know your roots? That you talk to me. You don't know that people own this Calabar? You are law abiding. Igbos, I don't know them. I don't know where they come from. Because I know that if not for British intervention, I will still be selling them the way my father sold them. Now look at you people in Igbo land. Look at how you are dying. Woto. You are talking. You will do video to sell that Elijah has run away. You don't see me? I don't run. Leave me alone. You don't see me? I don't run. On our head, no correct.
Asari Dokubo today.
On our head, no correct. The be like son they look for who go finish on her. Look for now everywhere finish on her. And they see me.
What changed? What has changed? Now, brother, do you think that this is Asari's, with all he has acted and said before, all he stood for, how much he has fought for the Niger Delta people, defending them, and today he is boasting of how he has killed, he is killing and will always kill anywhere he sees the Igbo brothers. This is divide and rule. It is possible to stop him. You can call him. It's not, we are not acting out of cowardice, but we are acting because we want us to wake up. We want us to wake up, join forces, and get free because of our children. Let them not come, because the slavery our children will enter into, now that they are fast getting the whole of Middle Belt, Niger Delta, Southeast, all the whole Biafran area and the Middle Belt, they are fast getting them indoctrinated into Islamic faith. And you know how despotic and hawkish this faith can be. When you disagree, you see, you will face the same terror faced in the Middle Belt, in Benue, in Plateau, in Kwara State, the same faith faced by the Niger State people, the Gwari people that are not accepting this faith. You will face this kind of carnage. See, scavengers, all of. In fact, this is not Asari, but he has been subdued. The lion in him is out, is away from him. They have injected another thing into him, that he has seen his own brothers as enemies. If Asari is not fighting his brother, if Mazo Keke is not fighting his brother, the Fulani cannot oppress you. They will be afraid of you. When you ask, whatever you ask, when you cough, when you speak, they stand still, because they know that you are a very big force they can't contend with. But on your division, they can always smash you. On your division, I am talking to you, my senior brothers in the creek or in the Niger Delta region. Your Royal Majesty at Ateke Tom, and our brothers also who are in prominent status in this Niger Delta region, those who handle arms well and who have gained respect even from government. To you, government Dokubo, aka Tom Polo, I am talking to you. Ask the leaders of IPOB to bring to you the blueprint of this Biafra. That is what I want you to do. I am not mandating you, but I'm begging you as my senior brother, and I want you to listen to this plea. All of you in the Niger Delta who have believed that you are better in Nigeria, you are wrong. All of you who have been deceived by the political elites from the Niger Delta region, from the political elites from the southeast part of Biafra, you are wrong for accepting the deceit of the people who don't mean well to you. How come that the allowances and salaries of these people are too protruded and they are still adding it, yet they are telling you to sacrifice? How come these people and their families are growing so fat and so untouchable? How come they have become so rich with your own wealth and you can't question them? If you try to talk, you are silenced forever. You can't cough. And you think you can accept or buy the ideas they are telling you against your freedom. Why are they not supporting that Biafran idea? Why are they not supporting the secession of the South? Why are they opposed to the idea? So that this is for you to know that these things you have been afraid of are not where your fear should go. Your fear should be, why are these people against this, even when they are from the Igbo side? Why are they against this? Why would they be against it when they are feeding so fat in your own expense, at your expense? They are feeding so fat, they can't go questioned. My brother, you that is a leader of agitation group from the South, because they have given us that name South now, because of that you think you are no more Igbo. That man who is, that you are Igbo. Let me treat the issue of Igbohood. Igbohood is just your tribe, your descent. You are a job that you are in Akwa Ibom today should not make you begin to fight. Maybe when Wike was a governor, they were having dispute with Bayelsa people over land, had this dispute with Imo people, and these people say, kill them, this one, do that, hey, that belongs to us. The oil, they are even, how much of this oil wealth have been used for the poor masses in River State? And how much of this have been used for the poor masses in Bayelsa State? We have had a state that harbors political criminals, a state that makes untouchable those who loot us dry, such that you will see that man who was so hungry and he went to the market to steal, maybe from a relative of the governor, steal just food. He is executed, he is sent to prison, and the governor who has been stealing so wickedly from the treasury of the public, he is the one calling for the head of the man that was so hungry and stole food from his nephew's shop. And this is a society you want us to remain in. That governor who is telling you that man who maybe did, I cannot support Yahoo, but those who are doing Yahoo maybe had access to maybe one white man or so and got some money, and this governor say he's a criminal because he's not aligned with him, because a lot of the Yahoo people still support them in their election time. But those who are not in their good hand, in their good list, they say he's a criminal, he's a Yahoo, he's an online fraud. Execute him, kill him. And this man is a very big terrorist, a big criminal. Not just a criminal. He terrorizes, and all those people who are not agreeing with him, who doesn't agree with him, where justice system is dependent on those who are in your good list. When the lenses of the justice is on the who favors and favor the government in place. My brothers, there is nothing good to talk about this state. Okay, if like what Asari Dokubo now is doing, if you see the kind of tension, the kind of division it is about instilling amongst our people, some of the Igbo brothers now who feel they also have access to weapon of mass destruction, maybe they may get offended from the way a lot of public commentators are even responding to it. You should know that it is so offensive, and that is the plan of the Fulani. Get them divided so that we finish them off. If not, tell me why immediately after election people's goods and markets will be destroyed in Lagos State. And after some mediation attempts by some governors who are not in the APC class, everything fell on deaf ear. Only when the terrorist in Imo State, the Supreme Court governor, went there, immediately he went there, solution was found. there was a common ground reached. That's after the destruction must have been carried out. Now solution, you see him. They divide us and still use us to paint a picture of peace that is so deceitful. But the deed has been done. The destruction has been carried out. The plans have been executed. The victims are already the victims. But what can you do? Because you have no guts. You have no guts. You can't talk. You can't do anything. You can't cough. Look at the way some of our public Igbo brothers are responding to this. Listen to them. Listen to them. You will know that there is danger. That is the division. But we can actually arrest this. I want you brothers, our big brothers, Ateke Tom, Tom Polo, begin to consider this our new state, Biafra. Consider it. After all, our father Philip Megwali is not an Igbo man, but he was in the helm of a fear of Biafra. So when they try to distract you by telling you, hey, the map, why are they including us in the map? You know, do consultations, as if even when you are coming for the due consultations, they want to listen. There is this premeditated attempt to distract. Hey, did they consult us when they were putting in the map? And this is what they are selling to us. And that brews the bitterness of what do you call it, exclusion, and that's not been anything you want to iron out in the Biafran arrangement. You in the Niger Delta who understands government and governance, ask questions any way you feel is not right, make your input and let it be incorporated, and we move on. Make your input, it will be incorporated in as much as it is a sound and a plausible idea. Why not? This is not, are we running away from Nigeria to replicate the same blunder of a state arrangement? No, we can't do that. That's why we want all of you to be part. You cannot be part when you have no interest. So we want you to buy the idea first. Demand for the blueprint. Make your adjustment. Make your inputs. It will be incorporated. And we move on. On unity, upon unity. It should be a matter of the snap of the finger, and we are out of this Ronald Sinclair. Please, that is my plea. My Niger Delta people. That is my plea. The living Chukwumerije from the weed and its stable. Salute. Salute. Okay, you listen to some of our brothers' commentary and responses about Asari's comment.